All right, today we are going on a journey. We're going to climb the iron ladder of an outlaw motorcycle club, starting at the very bottom, going all the way to the top, and then we're going to watch it all come crashing down. Let's get into it.
See, this is where it all begins. It's not about the bikes, not really. It's not even about the crime at first. It starts with this feeling, this deep need to be seen, to actually matter, to have an identity that people finally respect, or at the very least, an identity they fear. So, how does that even happen? How do you go from being some guy on the outside to someone who desperately wants a piece of that life? Well, it all kicks off with that desire to belong. And the ultimate symbol of belonging? It's that leather vest, the club's colors.
Your journey starts right here, at the bottom, as a hangaround. You're basically just part of the furniture, but with chores. You're cleaning filthy floors, you're fetching beers, you're watching the front gate. You are not a member. You're just allowed to be there. And the only thing you have to offer is total, unquestioning servitude. And while you're down there mopping up oil and grime, you see it. You see the way the whole room just shifts when a full patch member walks in. That leather vest, man, it's not just a piece of clothing. It's like a mantle of power. And right then and there, you decide you want that weight, that respect on your own shoulders.
So you've made it inside, but earning real respect? That's a whole other ballgame, and the price is incredibly steep. This is the part where you have to prove you're more than just the guy who knows which beer everyone drinks.
And this right here, this is the path. They call it the iron ladder. You've clawed your way from the outside to hang around. The very next rung up is prospect. And believe me, this is where the real test begins. Now you're a prospect. And let me tell you, your life, it is not your own anymore. You are on call 24/7 for any and every single full patch member. Your purpose is simple. Take all the risks so they don't have to. You're the club's mule, you're its errand boy, and you are its crash test dummy, all rolled into one. Here's a classic job for a prospect. They don't just tell you to do something dangerous, they give you a very specific role. In this case, you're driving the chase car. Your job is to move a package, could be drugs, could be guns, you don't ask, across state lines. You're the decoy. You're the one who's supposed to get caught if things go south. Can you even imagine that feeling? Just this constant, gnawing paranoia. Every single pair of headlights that pops up in your view mirror could be the end of everything for you. That's the psychological price you pay. But you know, the biggest test? It's not about outrunning the cops. It's something they call the check-in. This is a calculated, absolutely brutal beating by the members. They're not just trying to hurt you. They're trying to see if you'll break, if you'll cry out, if you'll fold. They need to know beyond any shadow of a doubt that you are not a rat. Okay, you survived the check-in. You've proven your loyalty with your own body. And now you finally make the shift from an aspiring wannabe to a full-blown soldier. You get the patch. Congratulations, you're a full patch. That weight you wanted is finally on your back. But it comes with a brand new job description. You're not the mule anymore. Now you're an enforcer, a problem solver. Your job is to make examples out of people who cross the club. And here's the trade-off. The power comes with a nice paycheck, $2,000 a week, tax-free, for moving meth. You've got the bike, you've got the respect you craved, but you're also a known entity. The cops know your name. Your family starts to pull away. You are officially in the game, and there's no getting out. So the next step up the ladder, it's not about fighting rival gangs. It's about keeping your own house in order. As sergeant-at-arms, you're basically the club's brutal HR department. You enforce the rules, and if a brother steps out of line, you're the one who has to correct them. It's a job built entirely on instilling fear in your own guys. Now, as you climb even higher, things change. The work gets less bloody and a lot more, well, corporate. You're not just a street soldier anymore, you're becoming an executive in a very serious criminal enterprise.
See, at this level, the violence is just a tool. The real game is money. As a treasurer or another high-ranking officer, you're laundering all that drug money through legitimate businesses. Tattoo parlors, construction companies, you name it. You're not kicking down doors anymore, you're managing spreadsheets.
Let's just pause for a second and look at this, because this slide really puts the entire journey into perspective. I mean, look at the transformation. You go from cleaning floors for free to making $50,000 a week deciding who lives and who dies. The shift in power is just absolute. Being the president of a chapter, it makes you a CEO, a judge, and a warlord all at the same time. You're running the weekly meeting, which they call church, you're negotiating territory with rivals, you're managing payoffs to corrupt officials, and yeah, you hold the power of life and death over your own men and your enemies. And at the very, very top, you basically become a ghost, a myth. As a national president, you're not even on the street. You're tucked away in some guarded compound, making deals with international cartels. You have unimaginable power, unimaginable wealth, but you've traded every last bit of your freedom for it. You're a king, but you're a king in a gilded cage. But here's the thing about empires. No matter how powerful they seem, they all fall. And the end almost never comes from where you'd expect. The end doesn't come in a blaze of glory. There's no big shootout with a rival gang. No, it comes quietly on a completely normal day. It's the federal government, and they're not armed with guns. They're armed with a RICO warrant, a piece of paper specifically designed to dismantle organizations like yours from the top all the way down. And this is what your entire empire shrinks down to. A 6 by 9 foot box. All the power, all the money, all the fear you commanded on the outside. It means absolutely nothing in here. Life without parole. And that's the real gut punch, isn't it? The slow realization that the end was written right into the beginning. The trap wasn't sprung when the feds kicked in your door. The trap closed the very first moment you walked into that clubhouse. The moment you decided you were tired of being invisible.
So it really just leaves us with this one question. The whole journey was a quest for brotherhood, for respect, for a place to finally belong. But when you look at the final bill, the ultimate cost, was any of it really worth the price?